Go ahead and talk.
Howdy.
Hello?
Hi.
And I'm being seriously.
Hi, I'm Marquise. I also am being seriously. I think we should start this podcast today. Maybe just you should just talk about your day. I mean, it's your podcast. You could talk about anything you wanted to. You could talk about what you made, like food or something.
I don't even think I ate food today.
Girl dinner. Nothing.
Nothing. No water. Nothing.
Oh my God.
I don't know why I have all these headaches.
I'm so sorry, abuela.
No, I did. I had some pancakes. I had breakfast this morning. My uncle was like, "Hey, let's go get breakfast." He told me this a week ago, and I said, "Okay, it's in my calendar." And I hate waking up, but I said I was going to do it, so I try to follow through with everything I say I'm going to do. So even though I didn't want to, I still woke up at 9:30, which isn't that early, but it's early for me.
It's early.
And then I had these really good pancakes, and I don't even want to talk about how my day went because it was actually a really frustrating day. So
that's fair enough to say. Pancakes for the win, though.
So anyway, you're telling me about these vlogs. You were doing a vlog?
Oh, yeah. So I think a good topic to start with is integration. And I think a lot of the things that I did when I first moved to LA were really...
Just make sure you're close to your mic at
comical.
All times.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I used to do these little vlogs that are unreleased on Snapchat when I used to be on Snapchat for people back home. And I would walk around the neighborhoods and just talk about the sky, what it looked like, or the houses around me.
So you would approach people?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Just mainly the animals that would approach me.
Got it.
There's a lot of wild dogs out here. Some that you think aren't
Some of them aren't wild.
Yeah,
some of their owners are just letting them wander.
Some of them
and
are.
They go back home later.
Yeah, and they look so pick me up, love me, take me home, take care of me, and I'm like, okay, I will. But then when you try to approach them or grab them, they're like, get the fuck away from me.
No. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I used to do these really, really funny vlogs, like a weather reporter about the weather, because it's always nice over here, and back home around this time.
You did the vlogs here when you first got here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when I first moved to LA.
Yeah.
So about 5 years ago. And it was in the winter time, so it was snowing and cold and really gross back home. Probably 10 degrees maybe. And I would just send my friends these videos of me in this sunny ass environment.
Yeah.
And it would make them very jealous, but the way I reported them was absolutely hilarious. Like I said, unreleased stuff.
Unreleased Snapchat videos.
I actually deleted Snapchat not too long ago, and I really think about kind of just logging back in to view them.
Sometimes I go into Snapchat and I see that people have messaged me still, and I'm like, why?
I hate that. Literally, we're in 2023.
Yeah, it's guys that are still on Snapchat. It's really gross.
It's people messaging me on Instagram. I feel so bad because if you message me on Instagram, I will get back to you in about 3 to 5 business days.
Jinx.
Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's just because I just don't have notifications for anything anymore.
Oh yeah, I've never had notifications for anything, and I still keep it that way, and that's how I think I just am able to compose my vibe, because I don't want to be notified. I don't want to be alerted. I don't even have my phone on vibrate. It's always on silent.
I have my ringer on. I just don't, unless you call me or text me, I don't have anything else. And those things make noise, so lucky for you, I'll see it.
Unless I know somebody's gonna, like, if I'm gonna meet up with somebody or if, like, you know, something's gonna happen, then
Yeah.
I'll put my phone on, like, a noise. But other than that, like, I just go about my day without answering my phone. Like, in the sense where, like, if people are calling me, that's why I should never be anyone's emergency contact, because I won't be the best person.
I would definitely be someone's emergency contact.
That's
I would
good.
for sure pick up my phone at all hours.
And I appreciate those people.
Yeah, I could totally do it.
I appreciate those people where you're just like, hey, I just need a quick answer. Like,
yep, I totally will. I realize that a lot of friends hate that, though. And I have to let them know when making a new friend, like, hey, I'm a texter. I'll call you. Like, tell me if you're not interested in that. Because I don't mind. I had a conversation on the phone the other day with a friend of mine out here. She's in West Hollywood for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I can chitter chat on the phone for a while.
I wonder if you'd be good at having a podcast just on your own. Like, if you just be, like,
I
talking.
think about it often, but I really don't have the balls, or, like I said, the demand is something that's a problem for me.
Also, I think it's important to mention that you're a returning guest. You're actually one of the first returning guests.
Oh, yeah. Am I? That's so special.
I wish we had, like, a sparkle noise. I'm really into sparkles.
I love that for you.
I do love that for me as well.
You're a very sparkly person.
I am trying to be. I didn't used to be. I was very rough, like sandpaper. Still am a little bit. But I'm working on being really sparkly. You know, that's what I want to be, you know?
People need sandpaper, though, so don't ever feel like you're less than because
I'm very needed. I know. It's just like I want to.
Some people like it. Some people love that shit.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should just embrace
what grit, or it just depends on what grit you are that day. You know, could be like a 180, anything like really fine, like a fine grit.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
No, I think I used to be more of like a rough one, and now I'm getting softer, and that's why I just want to be sparkly, because you know how, like, sandpaper has some sparkles on it.
Yeah,
too?
It does.
It's just want to embrace that side.
I love how we turned the sandpaper disc into like this gleaming compliment.
No, I'm great.
Oh, that actually takes me back to a time when somebody complimented me and said the weirdest thing, but explained it in such a beautiful way. They said, "You're very swamp-like." And I was like, what? And they were like, first, let me explain. Someone said that to me one time. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, ew. And they were like, think of a swamp. Think of how much life is around a swamp and how much life goes to it and is just around it, in nature and the trees and the just everything about it, the algae and the fish that are in the water.
Right.
It's so full of life.
Yeah.
So to be a swamp is actually kind of a compliment. In a way where it's like,
who is this guy? Because I'm going to take his ass.
Randomly. It actually was. I don't want to identify them, but I think it was a
woman.
Woman.
Okay, she's being a hater.
No. I really think
if somebody told me that I was a swamp, I'd be like, "Fuck you."
Honestly, the area that we were in. And with the context behind it.
Did she give you witch vibes or something?
I love the Wiccans. Shout out to you guys.
The Wicked?
The Wiccans.
I like witches too.
They're chill. Witches are awesome. It wouldn't even bother me if she was. But it was just this...
I just want to know if that's the vibe.
I was in a very art-heavy environment.
Okay.
And I'm sure this person was on substances. But even so,
if somebody was like, you know, you remind me of a swamp, you know, like Shrek,
that's different.
I'd be like, okay, I love Shrek, so that's not even an insult to me.
It took me about a month to process
Shrek. I'd cry every day.
Yeah.
I
think I could still bounce back from that, but it took me about a month to process it, and honestly, I'm glad that I did, because it is such a really beautiful compliment when you think about it.
I understand, yes.
Yeah, to be really full of life and to be like this bountiful piece of land,
right,
with all these things surrounding it, just sounds lovely.
Yes, I could see that. if I'm feeling nice.
Yeah. I think I
Um,
was in a place to receive it and actually
yeah,
listen to the explanation and not
totally.
like after they said it, not walking away being like, what the fuck was that?
Has anyone ever told you like an insult that you've just like you'll never forget?
um, yeah, but that's unloading some like trauma
Oh
shit.
shit. Okay,
It probably was like
tell me.
I had a comment when I first started smoking weed, and this is obviously like I grew up in a really small town,
Mm-hmm.
and we just got legalized probably like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, someone told me that because I smoked weed, that I'd basically turned to crack and that I belong in jail. And I never felt like so.
Scene? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I am actually a crackhead.
Yes, we're in a
But
crack
I just was
house.
like, damn, like that's really hurtful because that
Yeah,
affects my future. I think the insults that hurt the most are about my future, but also
but I think
like,
it also says more about that person, right?
oh yeah, they've changed a
Totally.
lot though.
Okay. You're like, and that was my mom.
It was my dad. We've grown from that. He accepts that I smoke weed. Now he's really chill about the weed thing. But like, I just see the product of environments from back home and just like some of the shit that people would tell you is because they live in this small ass city with
Right,
there's no real like, where are you getting your information from? The news?
right. The
That's
news.
it?
That's
So
true.
I usually take what people say back home like kind of with a grain of salt.
Yes.
But sometimes that shit does get to you. I usually could take insults very well. Kind of just roll off.
Really?
I grew up in a household full of men.
Yeah.
They're not nice all the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, me and my cousins would fight like crazy.
Yeah,
Like
my brother
physically
would
fist
wrestle
fight.
me.
Yeah, we
Like,
would wrestle.
he was
WWE
really
style.
into WWF
Yep, me
at
too.
the time. And I got into it too, but I couldn't compete with my brother. He was way taller than me. And like,
Yeah, they want to fucking body slam you and put you
yeah.
in the headlock and shit.
We
and...
used to have a cage
Oh no!
where
Oh,
we had
no.
a big cage where our male pit bull would stay, because my dad was really into like pit bulls, and we had our female pit bull, and then he was trying to breed her, so we had this big cage for the dog, and over time he stopped being in the cage. Like, of course we domesticated him into our house,
Yeah.
and just like, he was just,
I don't like where the story's
he
going.
was family. Yeah. So my brother used the cage to cage match, not with me. My dad would kill him, but with our neighbors. And they would cage match like they were in WWF. It was so fucking crazy.
I thought that you were getting put in the cage or something awful.
Man.
I'm
My
glad I
dad
didn't
would
go there.
never.
Great.
He would kill my brother.
Thanks, Dad.
But yeah, there would be times where my brother would throw me around, and I was like, damn.
It's a hard
It's
life
painful.
growing up like that.
It is. It was a hard life, just like, yeah, with a brother and not a sister.
Fights were with every gender in my household. If we were the same age, eventually we were fighting somewhere, whether it be in the kitchen or in the bedroom, telling each other to shut the fuck up so nobody like got in trouble. But I feel like life was really a battlefield for me growing up until like middle school, because then we got bigger. I was just smaller than all of my cousins, and they just were like, they just loved fucking with me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like, I would go around with my cousins. If I was with my cousins and we were fighting someone else, that'd be cool. It's like, yeah,
right,
team. But if we were in the house, hell no. Like, they would just forget.
Yeah.
Like, we're all the same
team.
And then we would do the WWF shit. Oh man, it would be horrible. We would jump from the bunk beds, like on each other, like on like a bed of pillows or something.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh my god.
Terrible shit. Yeah. So
good times. I would say that's where I got like my sandpaperness from. Also,
definitely.
It's definitely from my brother, like treating me like I was his brother, and then like I had like I would say I had 50-50 with like my cousins. We were kind of, it was a lot of us at my grandma's house, but it was like we were a good amount of girls, a good amount of boys. But I would say just like my dad's family is a little more like rough around the edges. So I think that's why I'm the way I am. I'm not too girly. Although I think I should be.
You don't have to be anything.
I think I want to be though. I wish I was a little more.
You can be a tomboy and still be feminine.
Which is why I'm trying to do this now.
You can do whatever you want.
Like, I want to put makeup on. I like makeup. Oh, yeah. I like that stuff.
Just don't feel so much pressure to label yourself or feel like, femininity looks a certain way.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't.
I just wish that I did have a sister, though. I feel like I missed that part.
Sisters are cool.
Yeah.
Sisters are definitely cool. I think it's a hard one. Because I love the shit out of my little brother. And I really see him. And a lot of people don't see him. And I always wonder, like, what if he, like, was an only child? Because we kind of grew up separately. There's 12 years in between us.
Wait, how many siblings do you have?
Just 3.
3. Okay.
Yep. And a stepsister. And my sister who passed. And my brother.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother just turned 18. And it's such a different experience with him. But, like, growing up with my sister, it was really cool. We only got into like one fight our entire life. It was really interesting.
What was the fight about?
Oh my gosh. One night, this is a funny story. One night we were going to bed and we shared a room, but we had like 2 separate beds. And she loved those chocolate phones.
Chocolate phones?
You don't remember those chocolate phones?
No, explain.
I forget what the company was, but it was called a chocolate, and it was like a sliding phone. It was like an MP3 player as well.
Uh-huh.
So she was listening to music on this thing, really loud.
Oh, wait, it's actually like a device.
Yeah, it was a phone.
Okay, yes, I do. Like
it wasn't a flip phone.
I'm getting triggered a little bit, but yes, I know what
early
you're
2000s.
Yeah. I thought you meant an actual chocolate phone. I was like, what?
Like the chocolate, the phone.
Yes, I do.
TM.
Okay.
But she's listening to this shit super loud. It's really late. We have to go to the zoo in the morning. And as kids, like, you do everything super fucking early.
Yeah, for some reason.
All the time. I don't know why.
So annoying.
It's like your parents make you afraid of the nighttime. Anyway, so we get up at the ass crack. We're trying to get up at the ass crack of dawn. And I'm trying to get some sleep. And she's waking me up with this music. So I get my MP3 player and I start blasting my music.
Mm-hmm.
So we literally are just battling each other like Scott Pilgrim in the room.
Yeah.
With our MP3 players through headphones, like really old fashioned over the ear. Like,
yeah.
I think this is before Skull Candy was even invented, but like, it was just really funny. We were so fucking pissed off at each other because we both didn't get any sleep and we had to wake up really early.
God.
And that was just a really short thing.
That was the fight.
That was it.
That was the only fight too.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think siblings distance each other. I have distance between myself and my siblings because age and just like other experiences, like in their experiences going through stuff, like time periods in between. But like, never like a fight.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. That's healthy. Or maybe not.
Trying to be. I think it's family shit.
Yeah.
You have a choice with family, but like, I have such a special love for my siblings.
Yeah. I definitely like, I mean, I love who I am now, regardless of what I say, like I wish I was or I wish I had. Like,
that'll come.
And
though.
I love like, my brother. I wish we were closer, but it is what it is. And I'm more or less explaining like why I am the way I am, I guess, in this way. But I do wish I had a sister. Even though I love my brother. That's it.
I will definitely shout out my best friend. Stormy is probably the healthiest relationship I have.
Yeah, your best friend could be like your sister.
She's like my sister. I've known her since I was about we always forget. I think it was like 13. I think it was like 14 or so Like, I definitely met her for the first time in ninth grade, and we became friends in like around the 10th grade, like a little bit before then. She's one of my like second longest friends in life. But like just thinking back on all the transition and growth that I've got to experience while being friends with her, being close to her, not just like distancing, is so beautiful to me. Like, I don't have that experience with a lot of people, not even my siblings.
Yeah, and your friends are like people you get to choose as like your family, you know?
Definitely have always chosen her. Yeah. And I really appreciate like the level of growth that I'm able to obtain like with her by my side, and with her being like a person with opinion in my life, you know?
Right. You always talk about her.
Yeah, every she really does have a huge...
I've heard you say Stormy. I've never met Stormy. And I think person. She lives here, right?
She is moving out. Aw. She has her stuff here.
She has her what?
Her things are here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she still lives.
Yeah. So every time I see you, you always mention her at least.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she's such a huge really part of my life. Yeah. Like,
it shows.
Yeah, especially in the house too. Like, we built this house together. Yeah. Like, not literally, but figuratively. We started with nothing in here in this big space, and really like filled it and made it a home.
Yeah, definitely.
And we've really been riding for each other since high school. Like, we've experienced a lot of shit together. And
have you guys ever had fights?
Oh, yes, like sibling shit though. Like, why are you sleeping on the couch type shit, or like, don't give me attitude right now, or just like cranky shit. Like, but that's why I'm saying I feel like it's my healthiest relationship because of those things that we go through, that we can like talk about or work through, or just realize that like maybe that's not how you approach me now anymore. Yeah. And it's like not a hump in our relationship. It's more like I'm glad we can actually like talk about this and see this in ourselves, and like understand that this is where we're at now.
Yeah, you guys are kind of like growing with each other.
Yeah,
which is important.
I think so.
Because if you can't grow with somebody, then the relationship starts to like, you know, fall apart.
I think it's because it's one of like my longest girlfriends. Speaking, I have a lot of long-term male friends, and I love them to death. It's just a different relationship.
It is.
And I definitely feel like the connection between Stormy and I has gotten a lot more stronger and like more defined in our growth and like where we're at as adults after my sister's passed. So it's definitely been very helpful to have her around. Yeah. And I'm super grateful for her. Yeah. So I do talk about her a lot.
Shout out Stormy.
Shout out her. But yeah, I think it is definitely really important to have like a female figure in your life, young or older, that has that effect, because it really does help you navigate like wanting to bring in that femininity. I kind of have the same problem. Right. Like, I'm learning how to be more feminine, and like,
because even like my best friend at the time, like when we were growing up, she also had two brothers, so like she was super tomboyish. So we were like these little butch girls like growing up together, and like I'm not saying that in a bad way. I just like have no better.
No, I totally understand. I hated dresses and shit. Hated dresses. I hated bright colors. Hated all that shit.
Yeah, and so it's like she also wasn't like this feminine person, or like, you know, super girly. So that was just like, you know, I don't know. I just needed more girly people in my life.
Definitely understand. I will say, like, my girlfriends have definitely helped me. Like, they taught me how to put on makeup and shit, like eyeliner and everything. And then I feel like I gravitated to learn what works for me. Yeah. Not necessarily what they're doing, but this is how you apply it. Right. This is what it's supposed to look like and not look like, and all that other shit. And like,
at least you had that though. They didn't have you walking around like fucking Frankenstein.
I mean, I never put like much on my face. It's always been like eye shit. But like when I've wanted to wear lipstick, I'm like so ignorant to that shit because I don't do any of it. Like, I get my nails done, but I don't really think it's a feminine thing. I think everyone should do that. Their nails. Like, everyone should get their nails and their feet done. Yeah. Regardless if you get polish or designs or get them done. Like,
it's expensive though. I fucking hate how expensive it is.
Do it yourself.
I do it all the time. I don't have time.
But yeah, I think it's just important to like, especially as you get older, to kind of like take care of your skin and your hair and your nails and shit.
Seriously.
I don't think that's a male or a female thing. I think that's a human thing.
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah,
Should
just
take
do
care
it.
of yourself.
It feels so good. Like, dedicate one day out of the week to yourself.
Yeah. Like today felt good. I mean, although today was annoying for me, but the only like good that came out was that I washed my hair today. I haven't washed my hair in like almost 2 weeks. It's been rough. And that's just because I'm like lazy.
Proud of you for doing it.
So it just felt good to like wash my hair. And I don't like to deal with the whole, I don't know if you have a similar experience, but like just like managing your hair is just like, it's a big headache. And
we can make the episode about hair.
I mean, I feel like stupid for saying that. Like, I don't know if you like as if you're not black, but like,
no,
I just meant generally like
the hair will take up the whole episode if you want to get down to it.
I know.
This shit.
Yeah. So you know,
yeah, and you have a lot of hair yourself.
Yeah. So it's just like it's a whole fucking like it's a whole day.
Yeah, it's
hair.
a process.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely have different days.
Which is why I prolong the wash because I just don't want to deal with it. You know?
I will say tips from a black girl. Discover a weekly regimen for your hair so by the time wash day comes, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Because that has saved me. I have spritz bottles that help me like dampen my hair, wet my hair, move my hair. Spray leave-on conditioner helps.
Yeah.
Like get a co-wash routine where you don't actually have to like wash your hair and deal with it, but like it'll detangle enough that you can like comb it out
a little
and get out.
Yeah. I fucking can't stand it.
Oh man, honestly, I used to straighten my hair a shit ton, and when I moved out here I stopped, and I literally had to relearn how to do everything to my hair.
What was that process like for you? Were you, by any chance, like a scene kid?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I had the bangs and everything.
Out of curiosity.
That's why I had to stop straightening my hair.
That's when everyone was straightening their hair.
Oh, it was so bad. Like every day, every time I would wash my hair, immediately after I would just blow dry and straighten it. There was like no time in between curly and straight.
Right.
Then. So it took like a year. I dyed my hair, like, I used to bleach my hair a lot as well. My hair was blue for like 7 years. And then I dyed my hair black, and I just stopped straightening it one day. Yeah. And I just was like, this is me.
This is cool.
And then I went out, and I bought my first $25 fucking co-wash to wash my fucking hair properly. And then I started buying relatively expensive hair products to kind of, like, get my curl pattern back, get my texture back, kind of like help me grow my hair so I can keep trimming all the dead shit away. Like, it took like about 1.5 years, really, to kind of like get my hair to what it is now. And it still kind of needs some love, but I feel like I've gotten a little bit better with learning how to like take care of it through the weeks.
Right.
But it's like a child. I hate to minimize moms, no shade, anything like that. This hair is like, it's a difficult task.
It is, especially just being like, I mean,
it's rough.
I was gonna say just being a woman, because I feel like you're pressured a little more to taking care of your hair, doing something with your hair. Yeah. But I know men do experience this, but it's just like it's more, I feel like women
like through this the generational pressure to constantly, like, regardless if I look like a girl when I leave the house or whatever, to be upkept and done up is like something that I keep trying to like unlearn. And I feel like when I get into a mood, it like shifts my entire wardrobe. Like my hair like not going the right way or something, and just like throws off my whole day. And this is actually something that a lot of Black women go through. Like if their hair is not done, they literally get depressed. And I feel that way.
Really?
Yeah, it's so interesting. I've been doing a lot of reading on it, but yeah, when my hair is not cooperating, or it's like kind of like what it is right now a little bit. Like,
Mm,
I don't want to do anything. I just want to stay in the house. Nothing I put on, like, looks right, feels right, anything. It just
yeah,
kind of, like, puts me in a really awful mood.
right.
And there's no person that makes me feel that way or anything like that. But it really just starts with my hair looking like shit. And that's all it takes.
I
It's just
feel
like,
that to
fuck.
some degree. Like I my hair is like curly and it's frizzy and it's big. And it's just like I don't there are days where I wake up and I'm like, wow, are you fucking kidding me? Like, why can't I just have one good fucking hair day? Like, I buy all these fucking products and like,
Hmm.
why? Why does it feel like a job? Like,
Luckily for me, those products that I buy, shout out to Curlsmith. I highly recommend Curlsmith.
Curlsmith?
Yeah, they're at Sephora.
Okay.
You can also buy them online at Ulta, but they're expensive, but their formula really works and it's super gentle, so it doesn't like cake up on your hair and make your hair all stiff and anything.
Mm-hmm.
But everything, a lot of the products are easy to use because you use them in the shower and they require your hair to be kind of wet.
Yeah.
So it's easy to like get through things, but
Mm-hmm.
best detangler I've ever used in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like,
I needed a tangler.
whew, like it really, really saves me hours of combing through my hair.
Like, I don't think this, like, what I have right now, this is not my hair. I blow dried it
Oh, okay.
so you can be impressed.
I'm so impressed with this blowout right now.
I'm just kidding. But no, seriously,
Josie's
like,
gonna kill me.
he's like, why don't you love her hair? No.
It's beautiful. I love it. It's so fucking luxurious.
No, but like for real, this is not how my hair is supposed to be. I know it's supposed to be curly, but my hair is very inconsistent. So because like it's heavy, so it weighs down, like the top is weighed down. So the top is like more straight and then the bottom's curly. And you can imagine like that's like I'm like a fucking poodle and I'm not gonna walk around town like that.
I'm gonna send you some products to try and sample for your hair because I
Yeah, send me
have
home with some products, like a
really
goodie bag,
poofy.
please.
Yeah, I have like poofy hair and like humidity and all that. Like I am a poodle too. That's why I keep my hair up because as soon as I leave it, it's just like. But yeah, like I feel you.
Yeah,
The curly hair struggles are real.
yeah.
They're real, especially when you have really thick curls. I feel like I can't do shit with these sometimes. Like it's even hard to put the shit in a ponytail. Like the way that I wash my hair determines how I put my hair up.
Yeah,
If I don't wash my hair like to like slicking it back that way, if I like kind of have all my hair like around my crown,
hmm,
I cannot put my hair in a ponytail.
yeah.
Like I have to do it either immediately as I come out of the shower or it's not happening.
I just like I like ponytails, but the longer my hair gets, it's like, okay, am I ready to have a headache today? It's so fucking heavy that like it gives me headaches
Yeah.
sometimes. So, yeah, let's have a whole episode on hair.
Honestly, the hair conversation should be I think you should get like maybe that should be like a three-person talk
Yeah.
because the struggles are really real, but there's so many different types of texture.
We should get like a bald person
That
here.
would be cool.
Yeah, in this conversation.
Yeah, like a maybe like a person with like alopecia because honestly, skin is its own thing as well. Like your skin
Yeah.
under your hair. And
Do you know
everything.
any like estheticians or like dermatologists I can interview? Because
Ooh,
skin would be really cool. Everyone's like really into skin,
I'm super into
whether you
skin.
admit it or not. Like you want to have good skin, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, I just watched this really awesome documentary on Netflix about black women in beauty and like hair
Yeah,
and the influence and the change in the culture and everything like
right.
that and products and it was so invigorating to watch. I learned
You know
so many
what's you know
things.
what I'm thinking about right now though? Like, you know, I know you have like a whole thing with your hair, but you have killer skin.
Thank you. I will say black does crack. Please use SPF.
Yes. I mean, you think about like white people, their skin's cracking
White
all
people
the
get ashy as
time.
well. Also,
Yeah.
please use fucking lotion.
Yeah.
I've learned one thing. If I learn one thing about being in LA is that
People
please
don't
use lotion. I don't understand why you guys feel like you don't need lotion.
people
Even
don't
brown
use
people.
lotion.
It's crazy.
It's
Put it
weird.
on. You're making me sad.
That was literally me like 5 years ago.
Oh my God.
It wasn't that long ago.
Lotions its skin. Do it.
I was like, it's fine. I have white skin.
No.
Nobody can see the cracks.
My white best friend lotions her skin and has been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
That's why she still looks young.
I don't know. I was fucking delusional.
Definitely lotion the skin.
Okay. And I have dry skin myself.
And put your face your face moisturizer on your neck and around your like ears, like kind of a little bit. Aging starts in the neck.
I've been doing that lately. Because now that I'm like 31, I'm starting to feel it and see like just my smile wrinkles and just like my eyes. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get some I got a double lotion now. So
yeah, I definitely double lotion myself.
Kind of stressing out.
Extra hydration is key in the fall and the winter.
Yeah.
Minimal hydration with a lot of SPF because those have high oils and clog your pore shit.
Do you
in the summer.
Lotion your feet and then put them in a sock?
So when I was younger, my mom used to Crisco me.
Oh shit.
Dead ass. So
like for real?
Yeah. So she would get the tub of Crisco and literally Crisco my whole arms, my hands, my feet, my legs, and my head and my face. And put me in a fucking winter sweatsuit pretty much and like really, really thick socks and like put me down for a nap for 4 hours. And
you just got used to that feeling.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand that feeling.
I don't mind it because I grew up that way. It's very comforting, actually. Like when I do that, like when I slather like anything and put like a sock on, I know I'm just like
I see your socks and I'm like, I could never put lotion and then those socks.
It can't just be regular lotion though. That's the one thing I've learned. It
just feels really ugly. I can't. What are you using? What do you mean it can't be a regular lotion?
Like I lotion my feet, but I have like a special foot lotion for my feet too. Or what I'll do is like the extra moisture thing. I kind of go back to my mom's old ways. I actually don't use Crisco.
Okay, I'm like, are you telling me that I need to get Crisco?
I think about it. I actually went to the grocery store and was like, fuck, I should get some Crisco and Crisco myself because my mom mentioned it the other day when I talked to her. She's still doing it? Fuck yes.
Okay.
That's the one thing I love about Black people. Especially my Black mom. I just love that she's just so old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Like, but she's so progressive in a way.
Yeah.
Like, this is nothing about her character to an extent of, like, negativity. But, like, I love that she still does, like, old shit.
Yeah.
It's so comforting to me. Like,
yeah.
When she switches things up, I'm like, oh my God, who are you? You're this new person. I love it.
What are you doing?
I love it for her, but I'm just like, okay, now, can you tell me what you used to do, though? Because I want to do that now.
I've seen videos of Black women putting Vaseline. They use Vaseline in place of like Crisco, I guess. And I mean, they have good skin.
Vaseline definitely works. It definitely does. I personally can't use Vaseline. It's a little like petroleum is just a little too much for me.
Yeah.
I have a little sensitive skin. My pores clog a lot. That's like really important to know too. I think that's why my mom was using Crisco because it's a vegetable thing.
Right.
It used to be lard. Like I think, like I don't know. I might have to Google that, but it definitely used to be lard. But yeah, it's like a vegetable shortening, so it's not kind of as bad for you. I guess.
It doesn't clog up as much. Maybe
I don't know. Shout out to Tyra for keeping me moisturized.
Tyra Banks?
That's my mom's name.
I was like, did Tyra Banks teach you anything?
No, my mother's name is Tyra. She's gonna love that.
Yeah, shout out to Tyra Banks too, though.
Actually, I'm not shouting that lady out. She's fucking evil.
Wait, what? What do you know about Tyra?
The tea is that Tyra is not kind or nice.
Really?
Fuck no. I'm sorry. I can't vouch for her.
Oh, I've never
My mom's
heard
name
of
is just
anything. I
Tyra.
actually haven't heard of
She's
anything
my
about
favorite
Tyra
one.
like recently.
I mean,
or like in the past couple years.
I've seen some things on Black Twitter about her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it hasn't been very recent, but I definitely have seen some testimonies from people from America's Next Top Model, and they're just like, yeah, she's really not nice.
Really? That's interesting.
I also don't know her personally, so can't really judge her.
Yeah.
But I can't shout her out.
I just liked seeing that when that movie Barbie came out, that people were like, oh, but what about this movie? And that
oh my
movie,
God, that
I
Life
think
Size
it's called
movie
Life
was
Size.
really good.
I used to love Tyra Banks in that movie so much. Like,
is Lindsay Lohan in that?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why it's so fucking good.
Not because of Tyra.
No.
Lindsay, she was a good actress. Yeah, she's killer.
I'm not trying to hate
but I'm
on
saying,
her.
like, I love Tyra.
Vouch.
I was like, she's so pretty and tall, and like, you know, just watching that as like a little girl, it was so different. It wasn't. I don't know.
I did love that movie.
It was a good movie.
I mean, but was that on Disney?
It was Disney. Yeah.
Yeah, those movies were fucking hot fire, like Dylon back then.
Do you remember Smart House?
That movie was so scary.
I loved that movie.
Once again,
so
that dystopian shit.
Like, yeah, it was.
That movie literally like could be in present time right now.
I loved that movie. Whoever was doing the writing for Disney movies was getting it.
They were really killing it. I think Dylon was behind it. I think he written, produced it.
The movie Brink was good. I mean,
Brink was really good. I really enjoyed that movie where, I think it's called Mommy Was Kissing a Vampire or something.
That sounds familiar.
Where the vampire comes and he marries the human or some shit.
Oh my God, I need you to unlock these movies because it sounds familiar.
I actually think they're on Disney Plus. That's why I pay for it.
Shit, okay. I didn't know Disney original movies were on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. That's actually why I pay for it, because they have all the old stuff.
I'm going to do this now. I'm going to start spending my days off watching those movies.
You don't realize how many there are, or like how many seasons there are in like those older shows, but there's a shit ton.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of content. It's actually overwhelming.
And I feel like they were doing so well with just like, I don't know, teaching young kids like important, valuable lessons, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
also, what not to do as well. Yeah. There was some didn't age well moments in some Disney stuff.
Like what?
I can't quite put my finger on it, but I know there's some things out there.
I just wanted you to remind me.
I did thoroughly enjoy Smart Guy, though.
Smart Guy.
Yeah.
Smart Guy wasn't originally... It wasn't on Disney, though.
What?
It wasn't.
Really?
Originally, it wasn't.
Was it on Nickelodeon?
No, it was one of those other networks. And then... I don't remember Smart Guy going to Disney, actually, but Taj, that's the name, right? He was a Disney channel. He was a Disney Channel actor because he did that movie where he was he's always a smart kid.
He was in.
I don't know. I'm gonna need you to Google this right now because like,
I do remember what movie you were talking about because he was like a little scientist kid.
Where Tia and Tamara were twins. They weren't twins, but
they're siblings.
He made them twins. Yeah,
yeah,
they're all siblings. Don't test me on my Mari kids.
You're like, I know.
I know. I used to watch UPN all the time.
Okay. So it's so funny because in Pennsylvania it was only on Disney Channel.
Oh, okay.
And our channel was 39.
Crazy.
And 40 was Nickelodeon.
Damn, I don't even remember Nickelodeon Channel or Disney Channel, but I remember I would always watch UPN 13.
UPN 13? I don't
know.
17 Again is the movie.
17 Again.
Yeah.
Damn, that was such a good movie. Anyway. Okay, what were your topics that we have like 15 minutes.
Honestly, I really love the direction of the hair conversation.
Yeah, let's keep going with the hair.
Because that really has a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like we all struggle with hair problems.
Definitely.
Like, I just started learning about like alopecia.
Uh-huh. Tell me about alopecia. What do you know?
So in women, Like in men, hair loss is
Wait, are you for Jada or against Jada?
Damn, you don't put me on the spot like that.
Yeah, because I need to know who you are.
So
Okay, keep going. Keep going.
This is awkward.
Okay, keep teaching me about alopecia.
I play the fifth.
I don't even want to know.
I don't know. I kind of want to say yes, but I don't. Not everything. So men have like hereditary, like they can lose their hair from genetics.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily like women who have a plethora of reasons why we can start to lose our hair.
Okay.
In pregnancy, when your hormones are all tweaked, when you go through postpartum, you can lose your teeth. You can lose your hair.
No.
Yes.
Your teeth?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Like, there's so much shit that your hormones control and, like, make function and, like, trigger and help grow. Like, yeah, shit just goes so awry. So, like, you can start getting alopecia from stress. Like, too much at work, too much being a parent, whatever. Like,
yeah.
You literally can start losing your hair because you have really bad PCOS. Or PMDD, or like really bad hormonal shit.
PCOS, what's that? And what is PDM?
Those all have to do with like your premenstrual hormones.
Okay. Keep me in the loop.
But yeah, that it really like affects a lot. Also, you have traction alopecia, which predominantly happens in a lot of Black women because of like braids and updos and tight hairstyles that they keep in. Yeah, it's actually really insane. Like I said, I've been doing a deep dive on this, but so a lot of the hair products, like the hair growing products, the reason why a lot of them, there's so many and they're targeted towards women is because Rogaine and things like that necessarily don't work for us, because for every one of us, our hair loss is from a different reason completely. Yeah. It could be from stress. It could be because of traction alopecia. It could be from hormones or something like that. Like there's like a pretty interesting list of things, and some that you wouldn't even think would cause such a horrible thing to happen.
Right.
But yeah, there's like no real cure for it either. As you can see with famous people who have millions of dollars who can afford it. Right. Like even with hair transplants, sometimes they don't take, depending on your genetics. Yeah. And also like whether or not your hair follicle essentially can be awakened. That's what it's really doing. It's like a lot of those things stimulate your hair follicles so that they want to like pretty much like shaking like cold pipes, right? Trying to get them to like work again.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and sometimes they just don't want to.
That's sad.
It is sad. Yeah. But the thing that really like kind of sparked my interest was the traction alopecia, because I realized that I feel like my hair is starting to thin, and it's because I'm always putting my hair up.
Okay.
Whether it be in a bun or a ponytail or whatever. So I pretty much started changing the way I keep my hair up. Yeah. Like I'll wear a hair tie to bed or something, very loosely, just to like keep my curls contained. But
you don't want to just like have them without a hair tie?
Oh, hell no.
No, you're not more comfortable like that when you sleep, at least?
If I sleep with my hair out, like my curls out, my curls will get matted, frizzy, tangled. Like, I can't let the bottoms of my curls, like, get balled up, because that's a break it deal for me. Okay. Like, that's not gonna be good for me. Back to the really struggles, like the hair struggles. Yeah. Like, I wear a silk scarf, but typically I try to keep my hair like on top of my head when I go to sleep to kind of prevent from like matting it or just like getting it all.
That makes sense, but that's like something I would have like never even thought of, you know?
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
When I was younger and I used to get my hair done, like by my mom and stuff, and I would have my hair like hair wrap on. Sometimes I wouldn't even be able to lay certain ways, or I remember a couple times I slept sitting up for a couple
What?
hairstyles for like Easter or like a really big event or something.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
like it was really difficult sleeping as a kid. Now I'm just like I figured out a way that works for me.
Just to like manage it.
Yeah, because I can unleash this and then spray it, and my
Yeah.
hair will actually fall back down to normal,
Okay.
and that works for me.
Mm.
But I cannot leave this shit out, and I cannot go to sleep without a hair wrap on because then my hair looks just frizzy and like a dog rubbing the carpet. It just looks bad.
Oh god.
But yeah, what was I saying?
So you were talking about
Alopecia.
alopecia.
Yeah.
What it was a specific alopecia.
The traction alopecia
Traction
comes from
alopecia.
like having your hair in ponytails or buns
Okay.
or super tight, like upkept
Right.
styles, really tight braids, really tight ponies, or like bantu knots if you're doing knots or something like that.
Yeah.
Like tighter is obviously better because it lasts a lot longer and it looks fresh and
Right.
it just stays.
Yeah.
But for some, their hair follicles in their strands might be too sensitive for that traction. So instead of breaking off, what it does is it just pulls the literal follicles.
Yeah.
So they kind of
weaken.
Yep.
Oh,
And then they
shit.
release the hair and the hair just
Hair
falls
is
out.
so interesting. Just like hair follicles. Yeah. Because I get lasered
Really?
constantly. Yeah, I'm constantly getting like laser hair removal because
That
I'm
is so
very
brave.
hairy. No.
Just leave it.
Nah.
That is so brave. You're doing so much.
I'm like, yeah. I'm doing a lot because when I was younger, I got made fun of for being hairy.
Oh.
And not like bullied by a bunch of people. It was literally one hairy girl who like traumatized me. Like she knew because she was hairy herself. Like she had a mustache in 5th grade. And I didn't have that, but
she was
like,
projecting.
She was. And she saw another hairy girl and she was like making fun of me because I was hairy.
Fuck her.
And ever since, like she just knew. She saw that I was like vulnerable. She knew my weakness and like she really got me because I knew, my parents knew, like it was something I was trying to like hide, you know?
Aww.
And so no, I'm gonna get my fucking laser hair removal.
No. One day you won't want to pay that bill, and I'm here for you for that day.
Well, my legs are already done. Like I don't have to do my legs at all anymore. Like yeah, like my bikini.
So does it close the hair follicle?
Like
it just closes the hair
done. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm done.
Wait, so how many times do you do that for that to happen?
For my legs, I only did it like probably like 6-7 times, and then I just like I don't have to shave anymore. It's
so that's
really
what
cool.
laser does?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I thought you had to keep going in like wax to get
No.
Oh,
it's just that like I'm
damn.
obsessive and I'm just like, oh, if this worked here, then I'm gonna do everything else. Wow. So
you're so brave.
yeah. So now my next one is just like working on my arms. That's always been like my most like I don't know, I'm just really self-conscious of my arms. Just I think women in general, just because of like the flab and like I don't want flabby hairy arms. Like it's just not for me. So it helps my self-esteem, which is why I do it. But I think it's really cool because I have these little like chicken bumps on my on the back of my arm. And I used to have them in the back of my thigh too. And I think they were caused by like little ingrown hairs that just like kind of matched my skin color. They weren't necessarily like red or anything.
Yeah.
But they're pretty much like gone. And so I think a lot of those bumps sometimes like that people have, I think a lot of them have to do with ingrown hairs.
Definitely.
So
I really
because even like that happens with acne, you know, like a lot of times it's like an ingrown hair.
That literally happens to me. I have you can't see them, but I definitely have like, I feel like a hairy face.
Yeah.
And I've tried to do the little, like, what is it called? The microblading shit. Yeah. And I don't know. I just feel like when the hair the fuzz grows back, I feel like I can just see it a little bit more, even though it's not really true that it grows back thicker or anything. It is, but it just, I don't
It's
know.
because it doesn't grow back thicker. What happens is it changes the way the hair grows back, which makes it look like it's thicker. So it's not as
Yeah.
soft.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
So I've tried it like once or twice, and it just was like not for me. And I used to get my eyebrows waxed here and there, and they would always make fun of me because my baby hairs kind of touch my eyebrows. And I'm just like, I don't have that much forehead anyway.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
leave me the fuck alone and do your job, please.
I know, and it's like always like the Asian ladies who are hairless that are fucking telling
They're
you.
probably getting lasered. They probably make fun of me because I'm not getting lasered. They're like, why don't you do it?
Asian people are just like, that's their genetics. They aren't fucking hairy, and it's so annoying.
I grew up in a very interesting household, so
I'm happy for being hairy now that I'm an adult, because like I have like, you know, long hair at least. Like I have eyebrows. Like those two things, I'm like, all right.
Thank God for
I don't
eyebrows.
mind. I don't mind being hairy. You know.
Yeah, I definitely don't mind being hairy. I have great eyebrows.
So
I don't do anything to them.
Yeah,
Love that.
that's good.
Big
I
up
love that
to my
for
mom
you.
again.
Just kidding.
Seriously, I
I
really
don't-
love
no,
my eyebrows.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding because I don't like saying that too often.
Oh,
like, it feels funny.
That I love that for you.
Yeah, I love that for you. But I do. You do have.
I
Nice
mean that
eyebrows.
sincerely when I say it, but I definitely understand the context that you're talking about when people do say it and they're just
when
like,
they
"I love
say
that
and
for
they're
you."
not being genuine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely mean it genuinely.
We have like 3 minutes. This went by really fast. This was just a whole conversation.
This was fun.
It was fun. I had a good time.
I'm glad you did.
I'm I'm glad you brought the human dog bed out and like
Oh hell yeah! In the cozy space that literally has a beanbag. I don't even need this. But so nice.
But yeah, so what do you have any last things you want to say before we end?
Every day we have the power to recreate ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
even if that means doing nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to say.
All right.
Doing nothing is good.
It is, and I need to remind myself to do that more often.
That's a good reminder for myself too, that doing nothing is not a bad thing. It's actually really good.
You get to learn about yourself when you're doing nothing.
Yep.
You know?
And doing nothing is also a new thing too.
Yeah.
Especially when you do a lot. So appreciate it when you do nothing. Because that is recreating yourself. Something new.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I love that for you. No, just kidding.
I love that for you. I'm being seriously about that.
And that's how we're ending. I'm being seriously.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.